Hello, 7th graders. Sorry about the two videos. I got distracted towards the end of the last video and I needed to stop for a moment. But let's go ahead and pick up where we left off. We just finished filling in your vocabulary. We talked about straight angle, supplementary angle, and complementary angles. Now, what I want you to do, you did have a quiz the last time you were in class. So I would like you to go through and just read these again and see if you can move yourself up. I'm sure, even though you don't have a graded quiz back, I'm sure you can tell that whether or not you knew how to construct these line segments, triangles, circles, and angles. So go ahead and take a moment on that. You can pause the video if you need to. All right, so we're going to go on now with notes. We're going to be talking today about complementary angles, and supplementary angles. So let's go ahead and write notes here. Okay, so complementary and supplementary, I'm just abbreviating here, angles. That way we can fit it all in. Okay, so this is going to be page 9 in your, behind your table of contents. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and start with our topic objective. We are going to calculate supplements or supplement of an angle. We're also going to calculate the complement of an angle. The question that I want to get across today is what are supplementary and complementary angles? And how do I calculate them? Okay. We already talked in our foldable about what a complementary angle is. Let's just review real quick. Complementary angle. Complementary angles add to 90 degrees. Okay, we're just going to keep it simple. So let's go ahead and look at an example of this. So we have, we're going to have this, a set of complementary angles. Whenever you see a square in the corner like that, that means that this angle is perpendicular or 90 degrees. So let's go ahead and label, give our angle a name, give our angles names. So here's what we know. We know that the measure of angle ABD is equal to 32 degrees. Okay. And we want to find the measure of angle DBC. okay? Well, we know that these two angles together is 90 degrees, okay? So we have 30 degrees, or 32 degrees, excuse me, plus the measure of angle DBC is equal to 90 degrees. So to find this, we are just going to solve for that angle. And we get that the measure of angle DBC is equal to 58 degrees. Okay? Now, you're not always going to be given a picture that looks like this. You might just be given an angle that is not connected to any other angles. So let's look at this example. We're going to find the measure of the angle that is a complement to angle Z. Okay, so let's assume that we have this angle. We're going to call it Z, and we're going to say that angle Z is 61 degrees. Okay, so if we want to find an angle that is a complement to this, we know that it's going to have to add up to 90 degrees. So we're going to have 61 degrees plus some unknown value measure, we'll call it X, is equal to 90 degrees. We can subtract 61 degrees from both sides, and we find that that unknown value is 29 degrees. So we can say that the complement of angle Z is 29 degrees. Okay. Now I'd like you to get some practice. Number one, you're going to find the measure of angle WXY. So here's W, X, and Y. And we're going to say that this angle right here is 28 degrees. And we have this little square in our picture. This tells us that this is perpendicular. It adds to 90 degrees. And let's put another problem on here for you to try as well. So find the complement of angle F. So let's go ahead and draw in our angle F here. Okay, so here's F, and this is 82 degrees. Go ahead and pause your video, see if you can figure out the measures of those two angles, and then we'll move on. Okay, hopefully you had a chance to try that out. Using the methods above on our notes, you should see that this is 62 degrees, and the complement of angle F is 8 degrees. Okay, so you'll see that these add up to 90 and these add up to 90. Let's go ahead and turn over our note sheet. All right, now let's look at supplementary angles. It is the same idea except for supplementary angles add up to 180 degrees. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at some examples of this. It is a good idea to use a straight edge when you are taking these notes. That way your work is nice and neat. You can go back and refer to it. Okay, let's say that we would like to find the missing angle A. Okay. So actually, we really do want to use capital letters when we're talking about angles, so I'm going to change that to a capital A. So find the measure of angle A. Okay, well, we know that these are going to add up to 180 degrees. This is a straight angle here, and we know that this whole thing from this side to this side is 180 degrees. So we can say that angle A plus 113 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. If we subtract 113 degrees from both sides, you're going to get that angle A is the measure of angle A is 67 degrees. Okay. Let's take a look at a problem where we're going to find the supplement without being given the supplement in the picture. So I'm going to create an angle here. We have G, and we're going to say that angle G is 40 degrees. So find the supplement of angle G. Okay, so even though you can't actually see what where that angle is and what it looks like, we know that it's supplementary to angle G, which means it's going to add up to 180 degrees. So we're just going to call that value Y. So we're going to say 40 degrees plus the supplement of it, Y, is going to be 180 degrees. So I'm going to subtract 40 degrees from both sides, and I'm going to get that Y is equal to 140 degrees. Okay, so the supplement of angle G is 140 degrees. Okay, I'm going to have you practice, and then I'm going to introduce a kind of cool way of using these problems. Okay, so I'm just going to draw the angle on there and have you find the missing ones. Okay, find X here. Number 2. I want you to find the supplement. Of angle K. And this is what angle K looks like. And we're going to say that it is 38 degrees. Okay, go ahead and pause the video. Give those a try. All right, for X, you should have gotten 83 degrees. And for, we'll call the supplement that we're looking for, well, actually, no, we can write it out like this. The supplement of angle K is 142 degrees. Okay? Now I want to extend this a little bit further. I'm going to show you a quick example. We're not going to dive too deep into this right now, but I just want to expose it to you. So find the value of each variable. Okay, so let's see here. So we have, instead of giving these values, numerical values, we're going to use variables. Okay. Now, this might be a leap for some of you, and that's okay. We're gonna talk through it. We know that this whole angle is 90 degrees because of that square. So that means we have the value of x plus this angle measurement, which is 2x, is going to equal 90 degrees. And we need to figure out what x is. So we can combine like terms here and then solve for our variable. And we see that x is 30 degrees. Okay, now I'm going to have you try this on your own. I'm going to go into that summary spot because I'm out of room here. There's always room underneath the summary area if you would like to write a summary. I'm not requiring a summary for this section, but pretty soon I am going to require a summary, and it is going to count in your binder check. So I'm going to start working with you guys when I get back on how to write a good summary. Okay, now this is the same concept, except for this is a supplementary angle, so it adds up to 180 degrees. Go ahead and pause the video, give it a try. All right, hopefully you had a chance to try to find x. I'm going to go ahead and write it out. We have the measure of this angle plus the measure of this angle is equal to 180 degrees. So I'm going to combine like terms here. And then I'm going to go ahead and solve for my variable. You should be pretty good at this at this point in the school year. This is 3x is equal to 168 degrees. Divide both sides by 3. And we get that x is equal to 56 degrees, I believe. Okay, if you have some room and a moment, I would highly recommend that you write yourself a summary. And I did want to show you what your homework looks like tonight. It looks like this. This is handout number 3. So let's go ahead and put all of these things into our math notebook. Okay, your note sheet should be two-sided, but mine was not. So that is page, you've already written in, it's page 9. Should just go after these pages here. Okay, so we have that in our binder now. And then handout 3 is going to be page 10. So we can write handout 3 on here. Okay, so this is going to go, this is page 10. I'm going to put my page number on there, and I'm going to put it in my binder behind my notes. It's going to be the 10th thing in behind our table of contents. All right, until next time.